let's make it easy on you. Let's make it real easy. The #1 ranked team in college football. Who is
UCLA. Woo! Well, they should be. Those are the ones that should be ranked.
That'll do it for our quiz tonight. Okay, Angela, Boca Raton, Florida was the site of today's final game in the Division II Men's Soccer National Championship, and the runners from Cal State can claim ownership to that title. Cal State defeated Lynn University 1-0 to win the NCAA Division II National Championship. Senior forward Ben Maines scored the only goal of the game at the 51-minute mark of the second half. With only 1 week left in the regular season of the NFL, there has been a few surprises in this year's season. The once dynasty in Dallas is no more. The Raiders continue their lowly ways, and the Giants have regained control of the NFC East. But no team has turned the tables more than the Jets.
Tonight, live from 23 ABC, this is 23-Yard Line Prime Time.
The BHS Drillers are headed to the Valley Championship game this Friday night. Coach Tim Hartnett's crew will battle the Clovis Cougars for the second time this season. Joining us live in studio tonight is half of the Drillers team. Let's hear it for the Drillers. All right, we're going to take a little seat right here. We have Jermaine McDermott and Keith McKnight, and then everybody else. Keith, I'm going to start with you. It was a big game for you guys. The offense was producing well in the first half. What were you guys anticipating going into the game with #1 Buchanan?
We thought it was going to be hard to run, and in the second half it was, but in the first half, we had our way with them for a while. Then they started playing some good D.
Jermaine, the defense definitely produced in the first half. You guys are pretty pumped up for this one, weren't you?
Yeah, it was pumped up. Defense always got to win championships for the team, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to set a pace for the offense to follow us and everything.
San Francisco 49ers have already clinched a division title, and they held the best record in the NFL going into today's game with the Chiefs. The only stat which Niner fans need to take a look at, though, is that none of their 10 victories have come against a team with a winning record. Today they faced one, and it was a humbling experience.
Our Wenson joins us with sports, and the Highland Scots did
Highland Scots.
Good job today, or they won?
Well, they did a pretty good job today. We can't steal the fire. We're not going to jump right into high school basketball yet. But we are going to start out with the college game. The big game of the day in college basketball was the 7th-ranked Stanford Cardinal hosting the 8th-ranked UCLA Bruins. Peter Sauer poured in 19 points for Stanford, and 14 three-pointers didn't hurt either. And the Cardinal extended the nation's longest winning streak to 16 games, beating the Bruins 93-80. I'll have highlights for you tonight at 11. The top-ranked Tar Heels hosting Appalachian State, and Vince Carter, with a powerful one-hand slam. Carolina led by 16 at the half and win it easy, 96-63. Just remember, this is a Dean Smith-recruited team. The Duke Blue Devils had their hands full today with Clemson. Mike Chappell comes up here with a nice move in the baseline drive for the slam dunk. And Trajan London comes up and drains the three to give Duke a 23-point lead. But remember, I said they had their hands full. Clemson stormed back and loses by just a point. 81-80 the final. Coach K's team just squeaks by. Number 3 Kansas hosting K-State, and Will Chamberlain on hand to have his jersey retired. Lester Earl for the Jayhawks, and doing like the Fresh Prince, getting jiggy with it with the jam. Manny Dies does the same for K-State. Down low with the move, puts it home, but this one would go to the Jayhawks. 69-62, Kansas holds on to bragging rights. High school hoops Highland coach Dave Horton leading his Scots against South High. Highland star Jatremel Mayberry went out early with what looks like a sprained ankle. Kevin Kizzy led the Rebels with 17 points, including this jumper in the paint. But Mayberry would return to the game, ankle taped and all. He would fill it up for 17 points of his own. Scots win a close one, 55-52. South drops their second game in as many nights. In girls hoop, the Lady Drillers were trying to rebound from last night's loss to South High, but by hosting the Lady Mustangs from Stockdale. Bonnie Johnson is going to come up in the corner on the baseline and can the jumper for the Lady Drillers, keeping it close early on, but Aaron Tomlinson sparked the Mustangs on the break, going all the way and with the bucket and the foul. And Jill Hodges did her part as well, and Stockdale was just too much for the Lady Drillers. 64-39 the final. The Lady Stangs run away with this one. One matinee in the NBA today, and Jeff Van Gundy sure doesn't sport the same hairdo as Pat Riley did. Charlie Ward from the corner, filling it up for 18 points, a career high for him, and Marcus Camby filled it up for 22 for the Raptors, but a 12-point fourth quarter run for the Knicks finished off Toronto 93-82. Larry Johnson led all scorers with 24 points. Despite most of the country trying to thaw out from the snow and the rest dealing with this thing they call El Nino, it's golf season to the Bob Hope Desert Classic. Hey, do you think the PGA let Bob use a cart today at his own tournament? Andrew McGee with a nice approach, and watch the even better backspin. Kills the ball. This birdie putt from McGee puts him at 25 under par and in the lead by 2 strokes over Bruce Litsky. The final round of play is tomorrow. El Nino hasn't affected the sights at the Seniors MasterCard Championship in Hawaii. Must be nice to be there right now. Gil Morgan maintains a 2-shot lead, setting the pace with 13 under par for the day. Gibby Gilbert is second, and Vicente Fernandez is in third. And we aren't quite finished with college football yet. No, today wasn't the Michigan-Nebraska matchup that I was hoping for, but the North and South rekindled the fire in the Senior Bowl. The Southern Belles were out in full dress and all. Damian Craig goes upstairs for South and finds Fred Beasley in the end zone for a 10-0 South lead. And Florida's Fred Weary made the highlights, picking off the pass, and yes, folks, he is gone. 97 yards for the touchdown. The South seniors win it 31-8 the final, and for some seniors, this could be their last game ever. And Frank Gifford is moving out of the color commentary seat of Monday Night Football to take on pregame duties, while Cincinnati Bengal quarterback Boomer Esiason is retiring from the game and taking Gifford's place alongside Al Michaels and Dan Deerdorf. Frank says that this was his decision, and he's doing it because he wants to spend more time with his family.
Oh, well, that's nice. After what happened before with him.
I'm sure.
Maybe he should.
I'm sure he's doing the right thing, according to Kathy Lady.
That's true. Thanks, JR.
You're welcome.